Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Check out these headlines. XRP ETFs DeFi, Ripple lending. You okay? And will Ripple get that Fed Master account or skinny Fed Master account? Somebody roll that beautiful intro so we can find out.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and DigPerspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $3.43 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's off 1.4%. Bitcoin, 100,100 plus. Ethereum, 3,200 plus. XRP is 219. Now, we're off 4.8 on the 24, and we're off 12.7 on the 7-day, much like the rest of the space, give or take. So here we see we're ranging between 216 and 230. We will keep an eye on it. I want to tell you right now about iTrustCapital, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. The best home for IRAs, crypto, gold, and silver. And now they've added the PCA account. It's a new product that if you're a long-term investor, you're going to want to really pay attention here because they've created an account that is not an IRA, but gives you the same level of security and comfort as your institutional grade IRA. And what is different about this than other accounts is that you can go in with your crypto and cash, trade 24/7, 365, and even take advantage of the staking opportunities. But I tell you, if you were to come out of that account, you can only come out as cash. You cannot come out as crypto. And the reason they have done that is to help protect all of us from the bad actors out here that try to take our hard-earned money and our crypto assets, not allowing it to come out as anything other than cash, and it can only come out to your U.S. checking account. Now, if that's not peace of mind, I don't know what is. Click the link underneath the video to get started. Let's hear this. This is President Trump in Miami just a day or two ago. You're going to want to hear this.
End the federal government's war on crypto. Crypto is under siege. It's not under siege anymore because it's a big industry. It's a big industry, and I have a lot of people that are great people, great business people. They're in other businesses, but they're in crypto too. And it takes a lot of the pressure off the dollar. It does a lot of good things, but we're into it. Biden was vicious on crypto. They were going after these crypto guys. It was terrible. They were under indictment. But I got indicted too. I made a phone call. Congratulations on your victory. He made a phone call. Let's indict him. These people are the worst. Then they say, he's gone after Comey. They indicted me. They impeached me. They did everything. It's unbelievable. Who the hell else could have taken that? Do you guys know anybody else that could have taken it? I don't think so. A lot of people say, you're the only one could have taken that. I don't know if that's true, but there aren't too many. We're making the United States the Bitcoin superpower, the crypto capital of the world, and the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence. We're leading China by a lot. And don't forget, if we don't do the crypto properly, China wants to do it. They're starting it, but they want to do it. Other countries want to do it. If we don't do it, it's a big industry.
There you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. What a change an election can make, right? Just a year ago, we were getting sued still. That's a hell of a note. Now listen to this quick clip from Patrick J. Witt, the crypto chief executive director, works directly under David Sachs, the crypto czar, and the president himself. Take a listen.
I think as far as the market structure bill goes, we are maintaining, before the end of the year, the president wants that piece of legislation on his desk, so we're continuing to apply pressure, having regular meetings.
And there you have that, looking to get that before the end of the year, which is coming very quickly. Now let's listen to Brad Garlinghouse at the media desk at Ripple Swell and hear his thoughts on this.
When you were embroiled in that battle with the SEC, did you think you'd be sitting here talking about how fast regulation is coming or legislation is coming to the United States, a $500 million investment from firms like Citadel and Fortress? Like, did you think you would be here?
I'll give you a very honest and very recent answer to that. I just interviewed Patrick Witt from the White House on stage here, and as I was sitting there, I was the interviewer, which is a fun place for me to be versus the interviewee.
Much easier.
Much easier. But I had a moment of thinking about, I remember he was talking about, the president had talked about making America the crypto capital of the world on 60 Minutes. And I remember thinking to myself as I was doing this interview, like the fact that the president is on 60 Minutes talking about crypto, that alone, I would not have thought we would be here. So, I mean, look, the journey that many of us have been on with the crypto industry has been long. It's had ups, it's had downs. Certainly the SEC lawsuit that the SEC suing Ripple was a painful part of that chapter for Ripple, and I really think for the industry because it was so important. But it is a much brighter day. Yeah. And look, there's a lot of reasons for that, but a lot of it starts with a constructive engagement from the largest economy in the world. And I don't know why crypto ever had a partisan tone. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me why it got partisan. So I don't think about it necessarily as Republican or Democrat. I think of it as being pro-progress, pro-American leadership around these important technologies.
Well said by Brad Garlinghouse. And look, let's understand what Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderati is going to share with us too. But don't sleep on the fact, for anybody that may have missed it over the last couple of days here, that MasterCard has in fact announced that they're going to be using the XRP ledger in real USD for settlement, along with a couple others and companies that will be working in that stack, Gemini being one, and then it's Web something, it escapes me right now. And don't lose sight of the fact that Citadel and Fortress have backed Ripple and raised $500 million for a $40 billion valuation. And I keep reminding people, Citadel and Fortress, I find it very odd if they don't end up using the ledger too at some point, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Nonetheless, let's hear Stuart Alderati's take right here at the media desk after Swell.
Done. Talk to us a little bit about the doors that have opened and how the conversations have changed with some of the Wall Street giants like
Sure.
here.
So I think it's both in terms of, personally, Ripple's litigation with the SEC, or the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. That has ended. It was over in August of this year. We won in the district court. The SEC appealed. The SEC dropped the appeal. Done and dusted. We are over. And we're in a unique position because that litigation victory gave Ripple and XRP and the XRP ledger that we rely on in our products absolute legal clarity. That in and of itself puts us in a very unique position. With the change of the administration, though, we went from a war on crypto to a goal of making the United States the crypto capital of the world. So in terms of the 1-2 punch, the momentum in terms of our personal victory in the court, followed very quickly with the administration's commitment to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, the momentum that brings is just tremendous. And I think that leads to the conversation, the financial institutions knocking on the door, our ability to engage in the M&A transactions that we've been engaging in. All of that could not have happened with both the litigation victory and I think the change of the administration mindset.
Well said. And just to highlight, they're asking that question because all the major players of Wall Street are there, including BlackRock and NASDAQ, right? So, and many, many others. So it's just exciting to see. And as a reminder, again, Ripple partners with MasterCard to introduce real USD credit card settlements on the XRP ledger. So this is absolutely exciting. There's so much happening here. And we know that we could be within a next week, we could start to see ETFs, spot XRP ETFs rolled out. No, there's no guarantee here, but that is the window for us seeing this. And inside another 7 days, 6-7 days here. But let's listen to Matt Hogan, who is super excited about what's coming.
Absolutely. We think there's demand for exposure to a large number of those altcoins. I think that you'll see assets like XRP and other major assets get their ETFs relatively soon. We've seen filings from the SEC, not talking about any specific filing, but we've seen those moving through the system. We're going to wake up in 6 months and investors are going to be able to use high quality, low cost ETFs to access the top 10, maybe top 20 ETFs. And then the next exciting thing beyond that is you're going to start to see ETFs that package those together in diversified exposures. Those index-based ETFs, I actually think could be one of the surprises of the market. I could think they could be, bigger even than the Ethereum ETF. So there is definitely more coming from Bitwise. We've entered the ETF era of crypto, and I think that's a very good thing for investors.
No doubt about it. And I'm excited for what he said there in the second half too, is to see the index ETFs come about and mature. And when those things are coming out as products, I mean, because look, I mean, that's when the market really starts to get deep. And I think that's an exciting moment to look for. But now listen, aside from ETFs, we know DeFi is another area that's going to be explored heavily. And we've already seen a lot of different companies come out and offer DeFi for XRP. And I'm just going to run through a list that I had Grok pool here: Midas, Axelar, Flare, more markets. And then obviously you have the lending protocol issued by Ripple, XLS66, and then you have the automated market maker SparkDex, DEXRP, Martini Market, XRP Tundra, Looping Portal, Coins360 PerpDex. Now, obviously, I'm not endorsing any of these, but I'm showing this to you because ever since we've come out of the case, and ever since the election and the change of administration and the embrace of this innovation, we've seen a plethora of products jump off here. So this is really exciting all the way around. And not to mention that Ripple's president, Monica Long, has confirmed a lending protocol is coming to the XRP ledger itself. And this is a development that may expand utility. And I think that's absolutely right. But we can't wait to see what that looks like. But let me go down and remind you guys of something for the next stage of where we're going to here, because this is something you're absolutely going to want to see.